Hi, I'm Emma Elizabeth, and today is Wednesday the 28th of February. I'm a singer-songwriter and producer from London. I've never formally learned how to make music, but I learned to play the cello and the piano as a child, and I've been writing my own songs since the age of 14. I began making poetry when I was around 9 years old using a magnetic word set I was given as a present one year. I would always be making these strange abstract poems on the door of our fridge. When I was in high school, a friend taught me how to play the guitar, and this was when I started turning my poems into lyrics and combining them with music. Growing up, I never really felt like I truly belonged and always felt very disconnected from the world. Music was and still is my own way of processing these difficult feelings and experiences. I went on to study fine art painting in Manchester, and this was where I began to perform my music live. I also released some singles and an EP during my 4 years living there. After university, I moved back to London and gradually fell out of love with making and performing music. Looking back, I realised that I'd begun making it for the wrong reasons. It was no longer for me. I'd begun trying to be someone and create music that would be liked by other people, and it didn't seem to be making me happy anymore. I came back to creating music in 2020 when I moved to Barcelona. I released a collection of singles, and then in 2022 my debut album, The Elements. This album was born from an exploration of the journey a song takes inside a recording studio. During this process, I fell in love with music production. At this time, I was working as a full-time primary school teacher, and after a few years, I realised it was not possible to pursue my music whilst also teaching full-time. So in July 2023, I left my job to pursue music full-time. My current music is born from the complex universe that exists within my head, covering themes such as heartbreak, neurodivergence, and mental health. My biggest influence growing up was Taylor Swift. I loved how honest and open her lyrics were. I was obsessed with her music and always had one of her songs as my mobile phone ringtone. My current influences are more based around music producers, so I admire producers such as Finneas or Olafur Arnalds, and although they're quite different genre-wise, they're both very clever with the way they incorporate unexpected sounds and textures within their music. I'm currently in the process of releasing a 6-song EP called Not My Person. I've already released 3 of the songs, and I can't wait to release the rest of them. I'm also currently recording some songs for a new project which I'm super excited for. In this new project, I'm taking on a much bigger role as producer, and it's been so nice to be fully involved in this part of the creative process of recording a song. I think for me, the biggest challenge being an independent artist is there are so many things that you need to be doing if you want to get your music in front of the right people. And it can feel quite endless sometimes, with a lot of unpredictability. However, I have to keep reminding myself that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and to celebrate every win, no matter how small it is, and most importantly, to enjoy the process. If I were to give my younger self advice, it would be to not worry so much about what everyone else is doing, and to embrace my uniqueness and to be more accepting of myself. My hope is that with my music, by sharing my own difficulties of life in a vulnerable and honest way, I can create a safe space for people to also feel and process their emotions and feelings.